Hi, good morning. So I'm planning to launch an ice cream brand next month. But before I invest into packaging, advertising, branding, I would like to see if it is actually capable of being registered.
Good morning, Ms. Sharma. That's exactly the right stage to seek legal advice. A great brand isn't just memorable, it should be legally protectable. Let's look at the name you have shortlisted.
Okay, so my first choice is ice cream.
Well, no one's going to be confused about what you said.
True, but that's also exactly why it cannot function as a trademark.
Really?
Yes, because ice cream is the name of the product itself. That's what we call a generic mark.
Meaning?
Imagine having an exclusive right over words like milk, rat, sandwich, or a banana. Well, no other business could actually honestly use or describe their own products.
Trademark law protects the brand, not the language everyone needs to conduct business.
Makes sense. Those words belongs to everyone. So, what about cold and creamy?
Now, that's definitely better.
Better, but still not ideal.
Why?
Because now you're simply describing your product. It's cold and it's creamy.
It's similar to names like sweet mango, healthy snacks, quick wash, soft cotton.
These are called descriptive marks because they directly describe the quality and characteristics of the goods.
So, descriptive marks are also difficult to register.
Exactly. The law generally does not allow one trader to monopolize ordinary descriptive language.
Okay. So, what about Frost Kiss?
Now we are talking. I actually like that one.
I do too.
Why is this one different?
Because Frostkiss doesn't directly say what you are selling. Instead, it creates an image something cold, something refreshing, something pleasant.
That's called a suggestive mark. It hints at the product without actually describing it.
Think of brands like Netflix, Copperstone, Greyhound. None of them literally describe their products. They make you think.
So, customer needs little imagination.
Exactly. That's what makes suggestive mark much stronger.
Okay, so there's another one. Evening Star?
They make you think.
And legally, it's even stronger.
Really?
Yes, evening star is a perfectly normal phrase. It has a meaning of its own, but it has nothing to do with ice cream. This is called an arbitrary mark.
Just like Apple for computers, Shell for petroleum, Camel for cigarettes.
So the word already exists, but it has no connection with the product.
Exactly. That's why arbitrary marks are considered highly distinctive.
Okay, so the last one, Nirviksa,
I have never heard that before.
because I invented it.
Now, that's excellent.
Nirveksa is what we call a fanciful mark, an entirely made up word with no dictionary meaning.
Actually, many famous brands started exactly the same way. Kodak, Xerox, Exxon, Google.
So people will associate this word with my business only.
Exactly. That's why fanciful marks generally receive the strongest legal protection.
Okay, let me see if I have understood it clearly. Ice cream, generic. Cold and creamy, descriptive. Frost kiss, suggestive. Evening star, arbitrary. And Nirviksa, fanciful.
Perfect.
Right. And as you move from generic to descriptive to suggestive to arbitrary and finally to fanciful, your trademark generally becomes more stronger and easier to protect.
Exactly. The strongest brands aren't just memorable, they are distinctive.
Then I look, then I think Nirviksa is going on every tub of ice cream I sell.
The stronger the distinctiveness,
The stronger the trademark,
Choose the one that stands out.
not
Not
one
one
that
that
clearly
clearly
describes.